Hello guys, it's Stefan from the Hypomanic Entrepreneur. So as I said in the last video, the update video, I will make a new, more long format video about my experiences and thoughts about the trip to Japan. If you haven't seen it, if you're new to this channel, I came home from Japan on Monday. I was there for the entire Easter holiday for about 7-8 days. Absolutely incredible there. So just want to share some more thoughts about the experience of being there. So if you haven't already, be sure to check out the video of when I had the samurai practice, when I actually got to use the katana, and also the one where I show some new clothes I bought at Ginza 6, a more kind of fancy shopping mall in Ginza. I will tell you all more about that as well. So first of all, what I want to start with is that it's it's very fascinating to me how Japan is so focused, so structured. In a sense, it's very for me at least, which is who is very structure oriented. It was very easy to navigate there, even though my knowledge of the Japanese language is very limited. So it was, even though the metro system was really complex, and there were so many people everywhere, especially during the weekdays. It felt more natural to me in a lot of ways, because I like the fast pace. I like the structure. It's clear. Okay, where do you go? How do you get there? Um, which rules and restrictions do you have to pay attention to, and so on. It's very clear compared to, for instance, in Norway, where it's assumed that you already know, for instance, which makes it very difficult to learn, right? When you just assume that everyone knows everything. Uh, but yeah, one thing that uh, I had been told by a colleague, my colleague had taken an exchange semester there when he was younger, and he said it was like visiting a completely different planet. And yeah, I think absolutely the same. I got the same impression, and it's like visiting another world. But it's not even just that. It's like visiting another world to me. It was like visiting completely several different worlds, so to speak, within the same country, within the same city, and that there is a planet with different worlds in it, so to speak. Because even though when we were in Tokyo, for instance, there were so many different districts which had their own kind of style and theme to it, so to speak. So while we were in Akihabara, it was very focused on, okay, the manga, the anime, the cartoons, cartoons and everything, while very flashy everywhere. Whereas Ginza was more style, right? More kind of classy district. Our tour guide actually referred to Ginza 6, which is a popular shopping mall at Ginza, for basically Tokyo's parallel to Fifth Avenue in New York. So much more expensive than the usual stores, more high level, more style, more fancy, so to speak, where you go when you have a bit more money, right? And yeah, so the uh, the contrast between Ginza and Akihabara was absolutely insane to me. And yeah, and while we were in Tokyo at Ginza as well, I got this training at History Tokyo, a provider who of cultural experience. I got to use practice using the katana. I got to write calligraphy with my family, trying out some Japanese outfits and everything, and it was really an incredible experience. And later, when we went to also an interesting thing to tell about my experience in Tokyo was that I actually looked for a drop-in gym in Tokyo, and I found that there was a place I could just drop in and pay for a day. and yeah, they didn't speak much English there at all, so it had to be done through translation. Um, apps and so on to communicate. But I basically paid and I got to go into the gym. It was like on the probably 10th, 15th floor or something. I had to take the elevator far up. And yeah, so I paid there. It was much stricter about cleaning everything than anywhere I've seen elsewhere, especially in Norway. It was very strict. Okay, okay, you can't use shoes over this spot. You either have to use indoor shoes or you have to buy rental shoes, and basically you get a limited time on each machine. Okay, you always have to clean the machines. It's not specific to Japan that you have to clean the machines. It's common practice, but still they're much more specific and uh, 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 about telling you about these rules, these restrictions about the hygiene and cleaning everything, and how much time you can use, what are the rules and so on, and yeah, so but yeah, so I tried a bit of the different machines, and then I left there from but it was an interesting experience to just be there at the gym and see how it's different in Japan than what I'm used to, so to speak. So yeah, and we traveled with Finnair. First, we traveled from Norway to Helsinki, and then from Helsinki to Tokyo, and then on the way back, when we took the train from Kyoto to Osaka, and then took the plane from to Helsinki, and then back to Norway. So it was a great experience. We took it with Finnair, much better than other airlines we've taken earlier, much better than Ryanair or all the other low cost. Uh, Low-cost provider, so to speak. I really liked Finnair. It was a great experience generally. So yeah, that was pretty nice. But yeah, and Kyoto, well, Kyoto was also really incredible with cultural experience. A lot of nice places to visit there. We visited the Sakura Festival, which was all about light, and so the Sakura didn't actually bloom completely while we're in there. It was so close though. It was the week before. So apparently it was late this year for some reason, and the proper blooming came the week after we were there. So we were a bit early for the specific, but we did get to see a few of them actually. Be in bloom. So that was pretty cool as well. We got to see some other places like Fushimi Inari, I think it was called, some other Shinto shrines and everything, and yeah, it was really interesting to see how everything was set up there. Was a great cultural experience in general, to be in Japan and see how that's different than how a lot of things are done in the West, so to speak, in Norway specifically, and yeah, it got me really thinking that okay, traveling can really help a lot to broaden your mind, to broaden your perspective if you pay attention to these things and see okay, maybe these things are maybe done a bit better here than back at back at home. Maybe I should take some ideas back with me to see how I can make things a bit better, uh, or what's or what yeah generally reflecting, okay, what are the things that maybe better, maybe worse, what are the things that basically it gives you more of a framework to compare to, right? When you are a bit on different places, see how different people, different countries, different cultures do different things, then it gives you a firmer base to build on for making an impact and seeing what are the things that you could help out with, maybe for building further. So yeah, I'm going to finish off this video about my Japan trip here. But if you guys have any comments, any questions for about other things I've done in Japan, other experience, other things you wonder about Japan, or generally about my experiences there, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And yeah, if you want to see more content of me, be sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you all very, very soon. See you guys.